demonstration, and this is for the sprint that mainly includes all the should have features that we are implementing for this sprint. So what we added is that when we start with a login, we can go to the admin side of the application. So to start off is that we added additional information in the action section, such as the symptoms and the exam. So to start with the symptoms, this is where a medical staff could list out all these symptoms, all these different features that was given to us by Shima and the coordinators. And this is where we implement all like these different type of symptoms. For example, the which eye is there having like a loss of vision, is either left or both. So, and this is all the information. We could save this information to our database. And the interesting part about this information is that it automatically preloads these this new symptoms whenever somebody clicks on it. So if it's originally there, so for example, let's try to see one that has. Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. Point. Okay. Here, this is a good example. So, no, in this new patient, we haven't implemented any of these like change any of these symptoms yet. So a doctor hasn't implemented any of the symptoms that somebody is that this patient has. But then when you go into to a different patient, all of this information is preloaded. We did this on purpose. So basically, before when it's the first time that a patient has been inputted into our system, and they want to have an exam and they want to be able to input their symptoms, it would originally show as select, and then they would be able to, the doctor will be able to select all their information and fill out this form. And then in the future, when they go back and change these information, it's already preloaded, so they don't have to enter new data, just change the one that they want to. We also have a new different form, which is our exam form. And basically, how it works is that a doctor is able to create different exams for patients, and they are able to create, so they're able to input different features such as the exam date, as well as what type of exam they did. So, for example, it could be a vision test, as well as the exam results and some additional notes. And they could save it into the database, and then you could see existing exam records and different like results that that a patient had before. Now, and most importantly, in the admin dash, this is for the medical staff, but for the admin in particular, for we added, we expanded on the data analytics dashboard. And now that, for example, we have these blue dots that represent each village within India. And now, if we select a new village, for example, this village called Zaminpur, we basically have additional analytics towards the towards this village. So, for example, number of patients is 2. We have an average age of NA. I'm pretty sure it's because the average age for both of them was 0. We probably just used different test data, and then it turned out to be NA. But our assigned medical staff is this admin@gmail.com. If we add more medical staff to this village, it will show up. And the most interesting part is the additional analytics. These analytics include like the loss of it, like it's a percentage of patients. So, for example, in this village, 100% of the patients has loss of vision. Another example would be 50% of the patients inside this village has that are recorded in this database has is watering, for example. And we could see it more visually through a typical bar graph. And then you could export PDF of all these different patients and this analytics dashboard for further use. And then I would like to bring you towards our filter mechanic. It's a work in progress, but we can filter different things, like, for example, a percent of loss of vision. We could also implement like which direction. So is it greater than or less than? We'll leave it at greater than, and then a threshold. Custom means like you can implement a custom percentage, but threshold means that it could be, for example, 25%. So that means we're gonna try to see which village 25% of the people, or which village has at least like more than 25% people that have vision loss. So, and according to our database, it's only this village that has said vision loss issues, with that's over 25%. Now, finally, I would like to bring you towards our updated patient dashboard. So we're gonna implement this patient information. So we have added the symptoms. So this is the symptoms that is created by said doctor and medical staff that is recorded. And when a patient logs in, they can see their symptoms that was created by the doctor. So, for example, this patient has a medical history, yes. Eye issues like on the left, redness, yes. Eye would be on the right, for example. And now the most interesting part is the plan of care. So the plan of care is just recommended steps towards of how what the patient should do to be able to combat and treat their symptoms that are and they have, and their illness that they have. So, for example, this patient is recommended to cool, compress to reduce like redness of their eyes. So, how this works, we have like an algorithm, which is mainly like which is like an if else statement, like for the patient to complete, and what it based off of the choices, it determines which string, which thing to say. So, for example, the patient this patient said that they have like redness in their eyes in the form, as well as like vision issues. So the recommended steps now is to cool and compress, as well as to see a specialist for vision assessment. And this is just a simple algorithm. So, for example, they chose the path where it reduces they said that they have redness, as well as they have vision problems. And on the other hand, if they say like no, they don't have redness, no, they don't have vision problems, then the recommended steps would be different. And this is all through our algorithm that determines which recommended steps that a patient should take. And yeah, this is basically our sprint demonstration of what we did so far of sprint 3. And to recap, we basically completed all the should haves, and now all the must haves. Should haves is complete. And going on to sprint 4, we are on to creating all the bonus and could have. Could have features, and that we're trying to create, and we're going for the bonus features now.